Welcome back to Broken Bobby's Transformation Page. Today, I got a banger for you guys. So, if you are new to the page, give me a subscribe, drop a comment, smash that like button, and share this video, please. So, today, I'm going to tell the story of how we planned a heist at Disneyland. Basically, in 2000, I was working for Disneyland and then Disney's California Adventure as a custodian, and that kind of got me back into dealing again. That's a story for another time, though. But at this time, I had just quit Disney, and the reason that I quit Disney is because I was losing money coming to work. I had Orange County, Anaheim, in that area wrapped up pretty good. Several people were running for me and pushing my product. And basically, one of the guys that was running for me, he was still working for Disneyland as an outside vendor. This is Cuervo. I've mentioned him in previous videos. You can go back and look and some of my older videos and you'll see him in there. So basically, it was early December, and Cuervo came to me with the idea that because at Disney they put out the schedules like a week or two ahead of time as to where the outside vendors will be working. And on New Year's Eve, which is like the busiest night of the year, he was going to be in Town Square, which is right at the front of the park. So he came up with the idea that if we had somebody, he wanted me to do it, but I wasn't going to do it. I was more of the brains of these type of operations than the muscle. So basically, I had somebody that used to ride with me a lot when I would go to make deliveries and stuff, and he had fallen out of grace with me. There were some funny charges that he had, as well as some other things. So this was, to me, this was kind of a way to kill two birds with one stone. I could get him out of the way, potentially, because, I mean, it was a risky plan. You know, you're not just going to go and rob Disney, basically, and, you know, like it would be a hard one to pull off. But as Cuervo had told me, he would have 15 to 20 grand in cash. So I got the guy, and I'm discussing it with him, and we're completely setting up a plan to try to pull this off, basically, and it would be a three-way split, 5 to 7 grand a piece, and, you know, that was the plan. So now, don't leave yet. It's about to get good, so stick with me here. It's definitely going to be worth it. So we were putting the plan into action, and basically what the plan called for was, now the guy that was going to do it, that used to be my road dog, what he had to do, and this is what Cuervo told us, he was going to have to go up and just bomb on Cuervo, because Cuervo was going to have some explaining to do while all that money was gone, and he needed to have a decent size knot to justify what had happened. So now, let me paint a picture for you. Disneyland on New Year's Eve is wall-to-wall people. Like, what would normally take you a minute to walk, now you're talking 20 minutes, because there's just no room to move. Like, you gotta literally force your way through the crowd. So although where Cuervo was going to be was only maybe 100 feet or so from the main gate, you know, it would take a while to get out of there. And believe me when I tell you, there's a lot of security at Disney. You don't see it. It's all for the guest experience, but they're there. So basically, the guy that was going to do it was going to have to go and lump him up, get the money, make his way out the gate, which was going to 10, 15 minutes minimum for what should have been a 1-minute walk to get out the gate. And in the process of that, he was going to have to lose the layer of clothing so that he wouldn't match the description. You know what I mean? So then he would make his way out to the Esplanade area, which is the area in between the two parks, between Disney's California Adventure and Disneyland, and make his way over to Harbor Boulevard, which would have been a little bit quicker, but the plan was once he made it out and he had lost a layer of clothing or so, to just walk casually with the money stashed somewhere. That's a lot of cash, you know what I mean? So wouldn't necessarily have been something easy to pull off. But I'll tell you, as we got closer to the date, within a couple of days of putting the plan into action, the guy who was supposed to do it, his old lady at the time, she was a smart cookie. She recognized what was going on and the dangers of attempting this, and how much time. You got to ask yourself sometimes, is $7,000 worth 5 years of your life? Because Disney's going to come after you. And yeah, she got in his ear and she talked him out of it. He didn't end up doing it. But, I want to tell you guys, I don't tell these stories to glorify the situations. I just want you to know, once you are, like for me, it was meth. Once you're addicted to meth, like my business was going good in Anaheim. I didn't necessarily need the money for this, but, it was another thrill to try to put this into action and pull it off. And, although it never happened, these are the type of things that you will end up putting yourself into these situations as an addict. And the thing is that Cuervo, the outside vendor, the guy that I was trying to, bait into this, like, they were more desperate. I guess there was some desperation on my part as well, because, the thing is, had he got popped and started talking, then not only are you talking about the robbery, but you're talking about conspiracy as well. And, these charges carry some good time. Like, you're going to definitely get a CDC number and go do some time for this kind of stuff. And Disney's not going to let you off the hook. So, okay, guys, so the moral of the story is this. The people that you think are your friends when you are addicted and living that street life and out there hustling, they're not your friends. The only reason they're joined to you is because of your mutual chasing of the sack, basically, or whatever your substance of choice may be, whether it be alcohol, whatever. So, this is one of those stories of how serious it can get out there. So if you are new to recovery, welcome. Just give it some time. One day at a time is all you can do. So, like early on, I used to tell myself, you know what, I'll get high tomorrow. And tomorrow never came. Thank God for that. So remember, family, fitness, and freedom. And it may seem like it's forever, but and the reason that I say don't look at the mountain, just start climbing, is because if you just start climbing, eventually you look down and you say, wow, I'm all the way up here already. So remember to comment, hit that like button if you like this sort of stuff. If you like this sort of content, please subscribe to the channel and share this video. Don't look at the mountain, just start climbing.